Hey, it's Tony talking car biz. In today's vehicle video, we're going to dive inside and take a look at the interior on this brand new redesigned Toyota GR86. GR86 for 2022, and this is a joint venture between Subaru and Toyota in this little sport coupe. Let's go ahead and dive inside and check out the interior. So before we jump in the driver's seat, we'll take a quick look at the door panel here. Interesting, the GR86 does not have a door frame. Notice when I put the window down, there's no door frame for the window to wrap into. The door panel itself is padded here, cloth here, padded armrest with the contrast gray stitching, bottle holders, mirror controls, auto up and down on both windows, power door locks, and there's just one speaker here in the driver's door. Take a look at the threshold here. Now for 2022, there's a wider body side molding here that kind of comes out, so it makes the threshold a little bit wider. Of course, the GR does sit very low to the ground. There's no branding on the threshold here. The driver's seat is cloth, and it's kind of got a grid pattern in it with a adjustable headrest, seatbelt, side impact airbags, and then the seats on the GR standard, these are going to be manual seats. There's a height adjustment here, but you can also recline and then you move it back and forth with the handle there on the floor. On the dashboard, across the front of the dashboard, there's 4 of these air vents, 2 that are kind of round like this, and then rectangular ones right there in the center. These are omnidirectional, of course, they have on and off. There's also speakers up here in the dashboard. Dimmer switch for your dash lights, hood release, standard gas brake, and this is a manual, so you have a clutch, dead pedal, and the hood release is down underneath here. It does have a tilt telescoping steering wheel, manual, trip resets over on this side right here. So there's fairly basic functional buttons and switches on the doors. Let's go ahead and sit down. Behind the wheel of the GR, this is a 4-seat coupe, but truthfully, I don't think anybody's going to want to ride in the back seat for too long. Now again, I've got my camera right up against my nose. I wanted to show you how much room there is up front, and then I also would like to show you how much leg room there is. So this is a 6-speed manual, and I would not be able to drive it because I can't even hardly touch the clutch, but I wanted to show you how much leg room there is. If you're a 6-footer, you should be fine getting in here. Of course, nobody's going to sit behind you for sure in the seat. So the steering wheel's leather wrapped. It's not heated. Airbag here. Fingertip controls for your sound system over here. And then fingertip controls over here for your information center, Bluetooth connectivity, and voice activation. And then for 2022, the GR badge is right here in the steering wheel as well. Very comfortable. As I mentioned, it is tilt and telescoping. This is going to be the 6-speed manual. If you go with an automatic, you get paddle shifters as well. I'm going to slide the seat up here so I can start it. So we're going to just put the clutch in. Now the GR86 has the push button start because you get the smart keyless entry with the remote control. So we'll go ahead and just foot on the brake. I'm going to go ahead and switch this into neutral, leave my parking brake on, which is right here, and we'll get it started up. New gauge cluster for 2022 on the GR. So this is more of a computer screen style gauge cluster for 2022. And over here you've got your battery, you've got your engine temperature, we've got our oil pressure, engine temperature, gas gauge over there. There's an outside temperature, and then using the controls right here, we can also toggle through and take a look at a variety of other things, including MPGs, fuel calculator, radio settings. So there's a lot of different features that are up in there. You probably can't see it all that great on my camera right now, so stop by the dealership, take a closer look. Heading over into the center stack. So this is an all-new multimedia center stack here for 2022. Got a little bit of a reflection on there. Sorry about that. You probably can't see it. So let me see if I can reposition the car, and maybe you'll be able to get a better look at it. So I'm just going to back up a little bit here. Bear with me. Try not to crash. we go. So we'll try to get that reflection off of that if I can. Doesn't look like it's going to go away though.
Please say a command.
Yeah, it's not going to go away. So we'll just continue the way it is. You notice that the voice activation came on. That's because I inadvertently tapped the button here. So I'll just go ahead and turn that off.
Canceling.
Okay, so back to the infotainment center. This is an 8-inch touchscreen, much larger buttons, more responsive. Does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa compatible. We do have roadside assist. As far as the sound system goes, of course AM and FM, but also Sirius satellite radio, and 3 months of the Platinum package is included in that. As we come down the center stack, we have new heating and air conditioning controls, dual temperature controls for front driver, front passenger. I love the red backlit on there. That's all new. All of this entire section right here is all redesigned. Some huge toggle switches, so we have rear window defrost. We have front window defrost, rear window defrost, heated outside mirrors. Here's our drive modes. We can sync out the air conditioning so it automatically adjusts for that. So there's a number of new switches. They're much larger, easier to see, and I think definitely a more sporty cluster down the center stack. Shifter, this is a 6-speed automatic, leather wrapped. Traction control on and off, track control on and off, little coin holder here. Here's your parking brake, again leather wrapped with the contrast stitching, a little bit of chrome on the end of it, the button there. Take a look at the armrest here. So the center console for 2022 is a little bit bigger. These doors kind of open up like so. There's 2 cup holders here, and then there's also a 3.5 millimeter plug, and then 2 USB plugs here as well to plug in your electronic stuff, charge your phone and what have you. There's no wireless charging on the inside for 2022. Here's another look at those seats. You notice they have super wide bolsters on there. Again, adjustable headrest. The GR is not available with the sunroof. We do have a vanity mirror on both sides. They're not lit. Of course, they slide out. No visor extensions or anything like that. And then overhead, on our overhead console, we've got lights, SOS or Safety Connect here, some warning lights with regards to the airbag system. And then your mirror on the standard GR is the old school, just flip the switch for bright and dim behind you. Generally, the interior color on here is charcoal gray and black, and it certainly looks pretty nice. I like the flat finish off the dashboard so you don't get a lot of glare off of there. Unfortunately, you do get a lot of glare off of this, and I think most of the glare is coming down through the front windshield because the windshield is so raked up in this area. But it definitely fits like a glove. I'm 5'7", I fit in here perfectly. If you're 6-footer, like I said, I know you'll fit in here, but you're going to want to put that seat all the way back. So that's what's new up front. Let's go ahead and see if I can squish in that back seat. So heading into the back seat, by the way, if you're wondering what the color is, this color is obviously blue. Toyota calls it Neptune. So I just want to jump in the back seat. Again, not many people are going to ride back here for too long, but I did want to show you what's available. So this seat does slide forward, and I would say the passenger seat's the easiest one to get in. If you're shorty like me, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you need a bigger car, buy a bigger car. But I do have to say, to get in here, it's not terrible for a smaller person. If I were 6 foot, I wouldn't want to try. But once I get in, then the seat comes back, and I've got this front seat all the way back, or all the way up, I should say. But I can recline it back like that, and it's still got a little bit of legroom. So if I need to run for a short trip, or if you've got kids, it's good enough. I mean, if you don't think so, buy a bigger car. This car is not designed for 4 people full time. You can see the headliner scooped out up front, so if you are a tall person, you're going to pick up that extra room and for headroom. in the back seat here, there's a speaker there. There's just 2 seat belts, and these are a kind of a deep bucket seat here. But it does have child safety seat anchors, so if you had a little one you wanted to fit back here, you could. There's no cup holders back here, but if you pop this one open, there's a place right there. It's easy to put your cups in there. But you can see I've got that seat not all the way back, but mostly all the way back, and you can see there's very little room. But again, Toyota and Subaru did not build this car as a family car. Heading into the trunk here, there is a nice low lift over height, but just like everything else on this car, it's tiny. So your trunk lid does have the emergency release, which is glow in the dark, and it is lined to help with road noise and that type of things. I've got it set up here with the spare tire, so we can see down underneath, and you can see it is a fix-a-flat, and there's these little storage cubbies under here as well for places to put stuff, or you can pull that out altogether. But it is a fix-a-flat, does not come with a temporary spare, and then your toolkit is tucked down under here as well. Go ahead and put that down. And so now we've got the cargo room. I don't think you could fit a set of golf clubs across here, but you could see the back seat does fold down. And so if you got a snowboard, skateboard, maybe a power scooter or a bike you want to get in here, I think you could probably do it. It actually goes all the way up, and so snow skis for sure, or snowboards, should be no problem getting in here. So you do have some trunk space if you want to take a weekend trip or getaway. It's probably going to serve that purpose just fine. So that's an interior look at the 2022 GR86 Standard Edition. If you have any questions about this video or about this car, go ahead and ask me in the comments. I'll do my best to answer your questions. This one is sold, but we do have more coming. And then be sure and catch the interior or the exterior walk around video. There'll be a link at the end of this video for that. So that's the 2022 Toyota / Subaru GR86.